Hello everybody. I'm going to show you the next step on the project where we end up using sandpaper to sand this all down so we can get it ready for soldering. So we're going to make a table of tape. Now you're probably going to need to do this on those wood blocks, you know, that we do our stuff when we kind of do the rings, so we don't damage the table and everything. So I'm going to set this off to the side. I have some tape here. And what I want to do is I'm going to take my tape and I'm going to have it sticky side up, and I want to kind of create this table. So I have it folded on both sides, it's sticking down. I'm going to grab another piece. Same thing. And I want it about the size of my coin, so probably about stacking 3 high. And you're going to overlap them a little bit. Okay, so I can comfortably put my piece there. So I want to put this in place by taking more tape. And this will be good for all 3 pieces. It's a little trick I picked up from another art teacher once. Okay, so now I have that all done. I'm going to start with my middle. And I'm going to set it right there, and it's not going to shift at all. You might have to tape down your board as well, you know, if it's moving around. Okay, once I have this down, I'm going to sand it, but I don't need to sand the middle crazy, because a lot of times with the middle we end up using a Dremel tool to etch the whole thing, but we still need it clean. So I'm only going to be using my sanding block 220. Now, if you want this all polished, because you might have a different design than everybody else, then you would want to go through the whole process of 220, the 400, and the 600. But for this purpose, I'm just going to go up and down. And I'm going to keep doing that until I get all of the scratches are all going in the same direction. Now, you should not have any tape that's going onto it. Once all your scratches are going up and down, you can switch over to your 400 only if you plan on trying to make this as polished as you can. Otherwise, I'm going to flip this over and I want to do the other side. And this is mainly just kind of cleaning it, getting it ready for the getting ready for the soldering. Okay, so my middle is all good. Now I'm going to take one of my sides. This is, I'm going to call this one side A. And you have to decide, is this going to be the part that's going to be facing out, or is this the part that's going to be facing out? So if I decide that this is the part that's going to be facing out, then I plan on having my coin set like this. Okay. If this is the case, this side that's going to be touching the inside of your metal, you only need to do the 220 sandpaper on here to keep the metal nice and clean. The biggest problem we have with soldering is just that your metal isn't clean enough. So usually this is good. Now this side, I do want to try to get down as low as possible, you know, try to get all the scratches out. If you want to start with 220, you can. Otherwise, sometimes we can get away with just using the 400 and the 600 because the metal might not be too scratched out. So I would want to go one direction for a while until all the scratches are going that way, then I would flip over to the 600. If your scratches are not going this direction, you might have to switch over to the 220 to get down to that level to try to get as bright of a thing as you want. Once that's done, then you do your next side. Set this down. Again, same thing applies. You know, if this side is the part that I want up, so I want it like this, I only need to do 220 on this side, while I want to do my 400 and 600 on this side, because this is the one I want polished enough. Okay. So I'll let you get that all done. Once you're done with that, then we can get set up for doing the demonstration for the solder. Okay. Good luck on that. Let me know if you have any questions, and thanks.